তোর কাছে নাই লিখেছে তোর কাছে
May I have your lordship's leave to commence the proceeding?
Please do.
May I request the learned Assistant Additional Advocate General to deliver his speech?
আছে দুঃখ, আছে মৃত্যু, বিরহ দহন লাগে, তবুও শান্তি, তবু আনন্দ, তবু অনন্ত জাগে, তবুও প্রাণ ও নিত্য ধারা, হাসে সূর্য চন্দ্র তারা, বসন্ত নিকুঞ্জে আসে বিচিত্র রাগে। There is death, there is tragedy, there is grief. But in the midst of all this, the inexorable cycle of life continues. My Lord, the Honorable Justice I.P. Mukherjee, my lords, office bearers of the three wings of the bar, learned senior advocates, other members of the bar, members of the registry, I stand with your lordships on behalf of the Calcutta Bar to pay tribute to an icon who was loved, respected, and admired. The passing of late Indrajit Sen is akin to the passing of a member of my family. In the macro sense, the family of lawyers, and in the micro sense, the family of B.N. Basu and Company. B.N. Basu and Company has its portals on the second floor of Temple Chambers. Many of your lordships would have been to B.N. Basu and Company. Once your lordship enters the portal and turns right into the aisle, late Indrajit Sen's office was the first office on the right. And it was a booming chamber with late Indrajit Sen's personality towering over all of us. By way of reference, B.N. Basu and Company was the office founded by late Bhupendranath Basu. Your lordships would be aware that late Bhupendranath Basu was a former president of the Indian National Congress in 1914. And importantly for many of us, the first president of the Mohun Bagan Club. B.N. Basu and Company has nurtured several luminaries. Judges, advocates general, mayors, senior advocates, ministers. Many of them are here in this courtroom with your lordships today. And we are all here to pay homage to late Indrajit Sen, a member of the family, the member of the chamber where all of us sat. Lord, so far as late Indrajit Sen is concerned, he was really a patriarch in the truest sense of the word. And if I may say so, a quintessential Bengali Bhadralok. He was a man of unimpeachable integrity, great erudition. He was a postgraduate in economics and then became a lawyer. He joined the chambers of late Naranayan Gupta, the then Advocate General, but very soon he had a flourishing practice with great expertise in constitutional law and in service jurisprudence. He was the standing counsel of the state of West Bengal. But more than that, he had huge amount of time for his juniors, for the downtrodden, and for anyone who required his help. He was born in 1938 in October. In 1967, he joined the bar, and the law journals of Calcutta over the next 40 years are replete with reported cases where late Indrajit Sen ably assisted your lordships. Late Indrajit Sen was a man of multifaceted personality. He was a member of the Communist Party of India, Marxist, and tirelessly championed the rights of the marginalized and the disempowered. What is not well known is that he had also a substantial amount of interest in cultural, social, and charitable purposes and ends. He had avid interest in Hindustani classical music. As we meet again and again for these full court references, a thought that comes to my mind is that the protective umbrella of the seniors who are seniors in the truest sense of the word, are one after the other, surely and certainly they are disappearing, leaving us with very few people to whom we can turn for advice on how to lead our daily life, advice on how to conduct ourselves in court, and how best to ensure that our institution is left better than it was when we joined the bar. On behalf of the Calcutta Bar, on behalf of the Learned Advocate General, and on behalf of all of us gathered here today, I pay my most humble tribute to late Indrajit Sen. May his soul rest in eternal peace.
May I request the Secretary of the Bar Library Club to deliver his speech.
My Lord, the Honorable I.P. Mukherjee, my Lords, President of the Bar Association, Secretary of the Bar Association, the Vice President of the Incorporated Law Society, Learned Additional Advocate General, senior members of the bar, my dear friends and colleagues. We have assembled here to mourn the sad demise of senior advocate Indrajit Sen, who had an illustrious career spanning over 50 years. Mr. Sen started practice in 1967, joining the chambers of former Advocate General, Mr. Naranaran Guptu. Within a short period, he had carved out a place for himself and came to be respected as an erudite counsel, both by the bench as well as amongst his colleagues and friends at the bar. For a considerable period of time, he held various important positions as law officers of the state of West Bengal, initially being the additional government leader and thereafter the senior standing counsel of the state of West Bengal. He had played a key role as counsel defending the interest of the state of West Bengal in various important matters, the Shambhu Sarkar Misa case, the Ananda Margis case, and the Statesman Union case being some of the prominent ones. He has always been respectful to the bench, never lost his cool, and was also helpful to the junior members of the bar. He was very soft-spoken, but at the same time could portray his point across to the bench. He had a world of his own even outside the corridors of this court. A member of the Communist Party of India, Marxist, he stood for the rights of the underprivileged and the deprived sections of the society. He was deeply associated with Poripurnota, a home which provided quality care and rehabilitation facilities for mentally ill women abandoned by their families. He had keen interest in social and cultural activities, particularly in debates and plays, and was an ardent follower of Hindustan classical music. I remember him as a very gentle counsel who addressed the court in a soft tone, but firmly put forward the views of his client he represented without entering into any heated arguments with his other side. Even outside the court, he was very polite and cordial to the juniors and colleagues. We have lost a perfect gentleman counsel. I pray to God to give strength to his family members to bear the loss.
May I request the President of the Bar Association to deliver the speech.
My Lord, Mr. Justice I.P. Mukherjee, my Lords, the Learned Additional Advocate General, the office bearers of the Bar Library Club and Incorporated Law Society, members of the registry, and advocates present in the courtroom. My lord, on behalf of the members of the Bar Association, High Court, Calcutta, I express our deepest sense of sorrow and grief at the sad demise of Mr. Indrajit Sen, a senior member of the Bar Association. He was a member of the Bar Association for about 57 years. And a very large number of members of the Bar Association have very sweet memory about him. Lord, about his legal acumen and about his ability to argue a case very, very brilliantly, there is not much to state. As the secretary of the Bar Library Club mentioned that he was associated with Paripurnata, a home for women, mentally ill women. But, my lord, one thing about him which is maybe known, that if a poor person came to him, he never bothered about his fees. On a rough estimate, he must have given free legal advice to more than 1,000 persons. I've just been told by his son that almost every day somebody used to come and he used to talk to him, give him legal advice without charging one paisa. My lord, he was a member of Darbari, an organization promoting Hindustani classical music, where he was involved from his university days. But his wife, Rama Sen, predeceased him in 1965. Their son, Arijit, is a journalist and human rights activist. Lord, Mr. Indrajit Sen's demise leaves a void in the legal fraternity and the hearts of all who knew him. His legacy of integrity, compassion, and unwavering commitment to justice will continue to inspire generations to come. Lord, I pray to God to give him eternal peace.
May I request the Vice President of the Incorporated Law Society to deliver his speech.
My Lord Justice I.P. Mukherjee, my lords, the members of the three wings of the bar, the members of the registry, and all the advocates who are present today, either in the virtual mode or physically. Lord, we have lost a very senior member of our fraternity. And today, we have assembled here not to mourn his death, I would say to celebrate his life. The way he had shaped his life is something of reckoning. He started his career as an economics teacher. Then he joined the bar and joined the chamber of Mr. Naranaran Gupta, the ex-advocate general. And from there on, his talent was recognized. There was an admiration of peers and seniors so far as his efforts are concerned. And there was because of his sharp legal mind and efficient handling of his cases, his efficiency earned him the position of additional government pleader, followed by his appointment as a standing counsel. He appeared in many high-profile cases on behalf of the government and efficiently representing the government in these cases. Outside his busy professional career, he was connected to social and philanthropic organizations. He was connected to the halfway home, rehabilitating mentally ill women. He participated in debates and plays, and his interest in classical music is also well recognized. He has left behind his son. His wife had predeceased him. I, on behalf of the members of the Incorporated Law Society and on behalf of the bar, pray to God that his soul may rest in peace.
May I request Honorable Justice I.P. Mukherjee, Senior Most Honorable Judge present in the station, to address the House.
My brothers and sisters on the bench, Learned Assistant Advocate General, esteemed Secretary of the Bar Library Club, esteemed President of the Bar Association, Vice President of the Incorporated Law Society, learned members of the bar, members of the registry, officers and staff of the court, ladies and gentlemen. The speakers who made their addresses before me have paid a very glowing tribute to the life of late Indrajit Sen. He was a many-faceted person, a very accomplished lawyer, a person with social consciousness and contribution towards society, a lover of classical music, and also the founder and of Poripurnata, a halfway home that provided care and rehabilitation facilities to mentally ill women. He had the distinction of appearing in Supreme Court in celebrated cases like the Shambhu Sarkar Misa case, the Anando Margi case, and the Statesman Union case. It is still now, but at that point of time when Mr. Sen practiced, the office of Standing Counsel was a far more coveted and important position. Standing Counsel as a key and a top law officer of the government. A Standing Counsel was a post. The Standing Counsel was groomed to be the next Advocate General of the state. Having enjoyed that position is enough achievement, and it speaks volumes for the ability and achievement of late Indrajit Sen. It appears from all the addresses that we have heard that apart from a very accomplished lawyer, a social worker, a musician, and a person of arts, he was a true communist by temperament and by his activities. His wife, Rama Sen, was a professor in Calcutta University who passed long ago in 1995. His son is a journalist as well as a human rights activist. We shall miss Mr. Sen. His void is very difficult to fill up. I, on behalf of myself and my brothers and sisters and all in this assembly, offer our heartfelt condolence to the bereaved family and pray to the Almighty to grant eternal solace and peace to the departed soul. Thank you.
All are requested to stand up to observe 1 minute silence as a mark of respect to the departed soul. May I have your lordship's leave to declare the proceeding as concluded?
No further court today.